Hello, my lovely Padawans, fellow duelists, and to all of you trainers out there. Today I'm going to be doing a very special and different video from what I'm used to do, meaning the deck profiles, the deck battles, the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, the occasional Diablo 2 stuff, and so on and so forth. But today I'm going to be presenting you with the first video on a project that I've been working on for the past couple of days, and I intend to work on more until I hope I don't, get bored of it. But it's a, well, pretty much it's as how do I describe it? I love Yu-Gi-Oh! I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And enjoying it for the last 13 years. But I also love Pokemon, which I've been enjoying for the last 20 or so years, ever since it began. And I've been fascinated with both of these things, especially Pokemon. That was a huge part of my childhood. I loved to collect many things, different types of Pokemon merchandise, from those small plastic discs to cards to drawing Pokemon when I was little. I even had some of those figures and shit, but I do not like the Pokemon TCG game. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like the TCG game, but I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Game as a TCG game. So I thought to myself, why don't I make a custom set of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards that are based on Pokemon? Of course, I'm just making them as pictures. I do not have the skill required to script them in order to make them playable. But it's not impossible to make your custom cards playable. You just need to make them problem solving correctly. PSCT, correct. And you also need to script them, which I don't know how to do. Anyway, so I've been making cards. In this first video, I will present to you my... oh, well, not... the 10 cards. The first 10 cards of the Pokemon... I can't call it an archetype, but just the Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get right into the video with the first card. And that is, of course, Bulbasaur. As far as the monsters go, I will be making them according to the National Pokédex. The special cases being the Mega Evolutions, which I haven't yet decided how to do, and the Alolan Evolutions, which I've also not decided how to do yet. So, first off we have Bulbasaur. So Bulbasaur is number 1 in the National Pokédex, blah blah blah. I don't need to tell you the numbers, but Bulbasaur is the first card that I made. It's an Earth normal reptile level 2 monster. The text that I've put in here is can you see it properly? Yes, you can. The text that I've put in here is pretty much the what Ash hears from the Pokédex in the anime, and he has 600 attack and 600 defense. Nothing too spectacular. Then we go to Ivysaur. Now Ivysaur is a level 3 Earth Reptile effect monster, as you can see, and its effect is as states. When this monster is summoned, you gain 200 life points. That's pretty straightforward. The idea of these is life point regain. I'm going around that. So if this monster is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon up to 2 Ivysaur monsters on your field. Or, that's, I need to cut that bit of text. You pretty much, when it dies from a card effect or battle and goes to the grave, you get special summon 2 more Ivysaur monsters in face down defense position on your field. And Ivysaur has a 1000 attack and 900 defense. Nothing too fancy. Then we get to Venusaur, which is Bulbasaur's last evolution. No, not counting the Mega Evolution. It's an Earth level 5 reptile effect monster with 2000 attack and 1800 defense, and its effect is pretty much you can only special summon Venusaur by banishing / removing from play 1 Ivysaur and 1 Bulbasaur from your hand, field, or graveyard. So from any of these places. When Venusaur is special summoned, you gain 1000 life points. Again, just like Ivysaur, but 5 times more life points gain. And it's nothing super, broken, just 1000 life points. So when Venusaur goes to the graveyard, you can select 1 card on your opponent's field and send it to the top of his or her deck. Nothing too broken, nothing too super OPS shit, and Then we go to Charmander. He is a level 2 fire attribute normal dragon monster. His text is pretty much what Ash hears from the Pokédex. A flame burns on the tip of its tail from birth. It is said that a Charmander dies if its flame ever goes out. And just like Bulbasaur, it has 600 attack and defense. Then, when it evolves, obviously it becomes Charmeleon. Now, Charmeleon is better. He's again a fire-type monster. Fire attribute monster, level 3 dragon effect monster. With 1250 attack and 750 defense. And its effect is when Charmeleon is normal summoned on your when Charmeleon is normal summoned, blah blah blah, I can't speak today, your opponent loses 400 life points. So similar to Bulbasaur but opposite, Charmeleon burns your opponent. So when Charmeleon is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon up to 2 Charmeleon monsters from your deck in face-up defense position, which is similar to Bulbasaur but in face-up defense position. And then we can't go, of course, without Charizard. He's a fire attribute level 5 dragon effect monster, and his special summon condition is the same as Venusaur. Pretty much you need to remove from play 1 Charmeleon and 1 Charmander from either your hand, field, or graveyard. And his second effect is that once per turn you can discard 1 card and target 1 monster on your opponent's side of the field. Destroy that card, so that's a nice effect. And also when Charizard leaves the field, that includes destruction by battle and card effect and going to the graveyard, and also destruction by battle or card effect, removal, banishing, bouncing back to your hand, bouncing back to your deck, everything. Every one of these things goes into the leaves the field description. So when that happens, your opponent gets burned for 800 life points. Also, Charizard has 2100 attack and 1000 defense. Then we get to Squirtle, which is pretty much the same. It's a water attribute level 2 normal aqua monster, which says this tiny turtle Pokemon draws its long neck into its shell to launch incredible water attacks with amazing range and accuracy. The blasts can be quite powerful. And again, 600 attack and defense. That's the staple that I've chosen for the Generation 1 starter Pokemon. Okay, then moving on to Wartortle. He's a water level 3 aqua effect monster with 1800 defense and 500 attack. So with these guys I went for the high defense and partial indestructibility. So pretty much once per turn, Wartortle, if he's in defense position, cannot be destroyed by battle, which is normal. There are many monsters in the game that cannot be destroyed once or even twice or even more times per turn, like those BES spacecraft monster. So when the Wartortle leaves the field and goes to the graveyard, so that includes being destroyed by battle and by card effect. I might change it to be more, more specific and clear, but I don't want to make them so. I don't have the energy now to make them PS City. Maybe in the future. So when it leaves the field and goes to the graveyard, you can special summon up to two Wartortle monsters. That means 1 or 2, depending on how many you have in your deck, because you can have 1 in your hand or none. from your deck to your field in face-up defense position, which is very nice. It can allow you to do many rank 3 plays, let's say, or you can do synchro summons, or you can do anything pretty much. Then Blastoise is a water level 5 aqua effect monster. His summoning condition is the same as Venusaur and Charizard, in that you have to banish a Wartortle and a Squirtle from either your hand, field, or graveyard. He has 1000 attack and 2500 defense, because I'm going with the same theme for high defense and partial indestructibility. So his first effect is that twice per turn, Blastoise, if he's in defense, cannot be destroyed by battle, which is awesome because he has a very high defense, and your opponent will need to have a very strong monster to take him out. Or they can just remove him with a spell like Raigeki or some other shit. So when Blastoise is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can take one Wartortle and one Squirtle from your deck to your hand. So his last effect is different because you can get more monsters. You can search more monsters which can help you with your plays, which is nice. Then the last card that I'm going to show you in this video is Caterpie. It is an insect monster. It's a Earth level 1 insect tuner effect monster. And his effect is as goes. When this monster is normal summoned, you can select one monster on your opponent's side of the field. Change its battle position. So I got the idea for this effect from one of the earliest skills that Caterpie gets in the anime and in the actual Pokemon games, which is String Shot, which slows an opponent's Pokemon, but in this case you can change a battle position. So pretty much from either attack to defense, or pretty much you're going to use it from attack to defense. So when Caterpie is destroyed by battle, not by card effect, just by battle, you can special summon up to 2 level 1 insect monsters from your deck in face-up defense position. So that includes not just Caterpie, but any other level 1 insect that you can have. And of course Caterpie is a tuner, which means that you can synchro summon, but we're gonna get to that later on in this series. So I hope you enjoyed this video, my lovely Padawans, duelists and trainers alike. If you have any ideas, you can find my Discord link in the description of this video and any other video that I have. And you can talk to me, voice chat with me, play with me, not in the sexual way, of course, and just exchange ideas and just have a very fun time. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, my lovely Padawans. I will see you next time, and may the Force be with you always.